back. The foods you can eat, anti-inflammatory foods, okay? Let's start with number 1, berries. God, we keep going back to berries. Berries are so fly. The only problem I have with berries are they're expensive. And I get organic berries. I'm not going to say I get organic. You know, my wife made my son so Hasidity. You know, my son's a very Hasidity. Like, my sons don't eat regular fruit. Like, growing up, I used to eat oranges, grapes, apples, you know, the cheap stuff. You know, no, my sons only want to eat blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. You know, Daddy, can we grab some blackberries? Can we grab some raspberries? You know, can we get cherries? Like, can y'all eat an apple? No, I want raspberries. I want strawberries, and they're all organic. So you can get 2 containers, 3 containers. You already have $25, and you only have the 5 days worth of something, 3 days worth of something on just a small little berries. And I'm really like cheap when it comes down to, hey, y'all gotta have 3 of this one, 2 of this one, because you know they're expensive. So berries, number 1 thing to reduce inflammation as a food. Okay, number 2, and this is because they got tons of antioxidants and does some other stuff. Number 2, fatty fish. Not all fatty fish. Cold water fatty fish, omega-3 rich fatty fish, such as your salmons, such as wild-caught salmon, not farm-raised, wild-caught salmon, such as tuna, such as sardines, such as mackerels, things like that, such as cod. Those are really rich in omega-3s. They're rich in omega-3s, reduce inflammation. Number 3, broccoli. Did you know broccoli helps with inflammation? That's right, it's a sulfur-containing vegetable. It's extremely good for helping to reduce your inflammation in your joints. It's a sulfur-containing vegetable, and sulfur is one of the things that help the body make collagen and help deal with pain and inflammation. 4, avocados. That's right. We talked about the good fats. We talked about trans fats. We talked about the bad fats like trans fats and omega-6 rich fats. Avocado reduces inflammation. Okay? Now they talk about pepper. Now, the last time, remember the video we did, y'all, on the podcast in which I talked about the 10 herbs that's in your kitchen cabinet cures. We talked about that, kitchen cabinet cures. And we said pepper is one of the best for reducing inflammation. Now, why is pepper so good? Pepper, especially like red pepper and things like that, it improves blood circulation. It has capsaicin in there that helps deal with inflammation and deal with joint pain. It helps with blood pressure. It helps with blood circulation. It helps with improving the absorption of nutrition. So peppers are really good for dealing with inflammation. Even your bell peppers. Bell peppers have silica in there that's really good for dealing with inflammation of the joints. Mushrooms. That's right. Your portobello, your shiitake, your white button, your reishi, all those mushrooms, really, really good for inflammation. Okay? Grapes. You know, like I said, my kids are Hasidity. You know, my wife got them eating real nice. Why they can't eat just regular grapes? We get these moondrop grapes. Have anybody tried those moondrop grapes? Oh, man, they fly as heck. They look like little, they're purple. Oh, they so good, the moondrop grapes. So my kids love moondrop grapes. They love them. Dark chocolate. We talked about that. How chocolate is one of the best for reducing inflammation, but also really good for blood pressure and things like that. Cherries. Excellent for pain. If you have gout, if you deal with gout, cherries are probably one of the best things you can eat. If you deal with gout. Gout is uric acid building up from the kidneys into the bloodstream. Those uric acid then turns to little crystals. They crystallize in the blood, and they go settle in your toes, and in your ankle, in your feet. And it's like you stepping on pins and needles. Gout is so painful to people. And tart cherries, to be exact. Cherries, but the sour cherries, the ones you make pie with, are excellent for dealing with gout. They flush your kidneys, and they reduce inflammation. Olive oil. Olive oil is another great one. That's right. But don't go into the store and get that, you know, the one that you get a 32 ounce for $2. Trust and believe that's not really good olive oil, okay? You want to make sure you get extra virgin olive oil. and that is really, really good for dealing with inflammation and pain. Extra virgin, the better quality the olive oil, the more you can actually taste the olive in it. That is the olive oil you want to use. Now, I'm not sitting here saying you got to go out and get the olives that was picked by one man named Sergio, and he squeezed them all with his bare hands, and he gave you the olive in there, the olive oil in there. I'm not talking about that. I am talking about the olive oil that you get that's a high-quality one, but you don't have to spend $70 to get it, okay? But a high-quality olive oil, that'll be really good for you. And another food, they say tomatoes. I disagree with that. Nightshade foods cause inflammation. This is another thing you can avoid. Nightshade foods like tomatoes, potatoes, eggplant. Those foods have actually been shown to cause pain. But another thing you can use is also green tea. Green tea has anti-inflammatory properties, so after you eat, you can drink a cup of green tea, and that helps you with pain. So those are foods that you can use, and there's much more. I just gave you a few foods. You can also use collard greens. Kale is excellent for that too. Mustard greens are really good, so your greens are really good. Brussels sprouts also help. So these are a few foods that can help you with pain.